Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make nails that look like this. They're striped, zebra, whatever you want to call them. I like zebra. Okay, the things that you're going to need are a clear coat. This looks bluish green, but it comes out clear. You're going to need a color that you want for the base, which is the one beneath the stripes. And it doesn't matter what color, whatever color you like. I'm going to use pink. So, yeah, you're going to need something to make the stripes with. And I use something called Strite-Rite. And I got it at Sally Beauty Supply. This is the white, and I had a black, but it ran out, so I'm going to use this. It's the same brush. And the brush is very long and thin, and it's easier to make the stripes with. Looks like this. Okay. I'm going to be doing it on a fake nail because I already did mine. Alright, so the first thing you're going to do is you want to take the clear coat and put a clear coat onto the nail. You want it to be smooth so there aren't any ridges in the nail. There's not going to be on this one because it's plastic. But you'll get the idea. Okay, so just a clear coat. You want it to dry a little bit before you put on the base coat. Okay. Now, I'm going to put this base coat on. And I'm probably going to do about 2 coats. You might want to do 3 depending on how dark it comes out the second time. You're going to start at the bottom of your nail and move to the top in one stroke. It's going to stop the lines and make it smooth. I'm going to let this dry a little bit. See what it looks like so far, just the top of the nail. After it's dried a little bit, you want to do the second coat. And you want it to dry a little bit before you put on the stripes. So it's going to look like that. And in the end, it's going to look like this. I'm going to get my stripe maker. And this brush is a little bit bent at the bottom because the brush is too long for the nail polish bottle, so it's kind of bent, but that's okay. When you make the stripes, you always want to make the stripes towards you because it's easier to guide. And don't be afraid to get a lot on. You don't want the stripes to be too thin, but you don't want them to be too thick either, so be careful how much gets on there. Okay. You want to start at the end and pull it towards you, just like that. There's the first one. I'm gonna put this down so you guys can see what I'm doing. You don't always want to start them at the end because you want them to kind of be random stripes. You don't want it to be a pattern. You want some thicker than the others. These ones are pretty thin. I'm gonna thicken them up a little bit. You can do a variety of sizes, short, long, all the way across. Doesn't matter. And eventually you'll end up with something like this. Just like that. Looks pretty cool. Now this is really, really important. Whenever you're done putting the black on, you want it to dry before you put a clear coat over top of it, or all of the lines are going to streak up and it's just not going to look good. So let me close this back up while this is drying. Okay, I'm going to do it now, so hopefully it doesn't streak. But you're going to want to wait a little bit longer before you put on the clear than I did. A couple minutes. And don't drop the brush like I just did. Okay. And don't be afraid to put a lot of the clear on, because you definitely want it to stay on and you don't want it to chip or it's going to look bad. And this is streaking a little bit, and I'm just going to show you what it does whenever you do put it on too soon. It doesn't look too good. See, I don't know if you can tell, but the line's kind of faded and it streaked up. Can't really tell on here, but when you look at it you can definitely tell. But if you wait long enough, it should turn out like this. See, these stripes are a little bit thicker. Doesn't matter how thick they are, just whatever you like. Okay, and that's it. So hopefully this helped.